This is the
Third take.
Yeah, I know what hat I'm wearing and what shirt I'm wearing. Yeah, it's been rough, sad season, but man, I don't want to talk about it.
My guy pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stores to tell. See both sides.
Welcome back to the entertainment universe. I'm Paul, and we are here with another album discussion. We'll be discussing Benny the Butcher's new album, Burden of Proof. Benny the Butcher, a member of the Griselda crew, alongside Conway the Machine and Westside Gunn. They have been dropping projects, just project here, project there. There's a mixtape, an album, another mixtape. I never really heard of Benny until 2018. He was the first Griselda member that I really got introduced to. I heard great things about his Tana Talk 3 mixtape, late 2018, but I never really got around to listening to him until he dropped The Plugs I Met in 2019, and I liked that project. And then Conway and Westside I've been listening to a little bit last year and this year, and here we are with his debut album, Burden of Proof. I'd like to start out by saying I loved this album. It's an amazing album. The production on here, Hit Boy did an amazing job. He's a producer, and he was all over this album, and it was just perfect. It was beats that you can see Benny rapping over, just super hard hitting, but like cinematic at the same time, making it feel like one cohesive body of work. And yeah, Hit Boy did amazing. And then Benny's rapping on here was just insane. 3 things I really liked about what he did on this album was his lyricism, his attitude, and his realness. Just how authentic it sounded. He had some awesome bars all over this album. On one song, he was talking about, I can't remember which one it was, but he was talking about how he's similar to a mirror, break me, and then you get 11 years of bad luck or something like along those lines. It was pretty witty. He had witty bars all over this album. Songs like Burden of Proof, the self-titled track, was just a great way of introducing the album. Just super in your face. The beat was nice and it was super short and to the point. There were a lot of short songs on here, such as Sly Green and Famous, New Streets, Trade It All. They were super short and to the point, but he would still be super real on them. I can't relate to his come-up story of just coming from the streets and the trenches and then just making it here to where he is now. I can't relate to something like that, obviously, but I was still able to take elements of what he said that he applied to his own story, but I can take it and apply it to my life. Whether it's just important decision-making like he addressed on One Way Flight featuring Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is hilarious, by the way, but I'll get to the features later on. But he was talking about what's more important, the flower or the soil that grows it. I thought that was really an interesting way of just displaying his decision-making in life. Because you can have, at least this is what I got out of it, you can have the hardest of choices in life, and there might not even be a wrong choice, but it's just whatever you decide is where your life's gonna go. And then on New Streets, he talks about losses are, honestly, you learn more from your losses than your wins, which that can be taken in so many different ways, like losing a family member or a friend, or just a basic thing that happens on a day-to-day basis, like you screw up a conversation that you had, just small talk, and it's just, oh, why did I say that? But you learn from those things, and I was able to resonate with that in a way. And that kind of goes to the realness factor of everything. Like I said, I also enjoyed his attitude, his hunger on this. He presented a very hungry attitude where he was able to just be so demanding and in your face and just demand your attention. And I love that attitude in hip hop. Artists that do it well are like J-Rock and Pusha T. I'm a really big fan of their hunger, and just they display so much hunger in their music, and I admire that. I also enjoyed a lot of the features. Rick Ross did really good on Where Would I Go, the second song. The beat honestly fits something that he would probably rap over in the early 2010s, so I thought that was a great fit for Rick Ross, and he's just a great feature artist. And like I said earlier, Freddie Gibbs was awesome. He was just on the hook originally, and then like after the second time the hook played, there was just a pause, and then he just came in and was like, you know what, I wasn't gonna do a verse, and then he just comes in, and it's just, he's very charismatic. Lil Wayne and Big Sean do their thing along with Benny on Timeless. They're just all displaying their lyricism and just great verses from all three of them. Dom Kennedy's probably the only feature artist that I wasn't a big fan of. You know, it's just a very mediocre hook. I mean, it wasn't bad, it just didn't do anything for me, really. It didn't take away my enjoyment of the song. Benny did amazing on Over the Limit, so. And then Queen Naija on Thank God I Made It was another great track. Benny did well on the track too, displaying like more authenticity, detailing his brother, being as vulnerable as possible about his brother and losing him. Stuff like that just hits you throughout this album, and I really appreciate the level of realness he brought to this album. And then Warpaint featuring Westside Gunn and Conway the Machine. Like I said earlier, I mean, it's just a perfect display of lyricism from Westside. Westside was only on the hook, and I honestly prefer him on the hook. I'm not really the biggest fan of when he's on a verse. Conway did his thing on the second verse and Benny on the first, and then Legend was a really good way of wrapping things up. Just showing how he's a legend now after everything he's done in rap. So, and I agree. I think this album is a good way to kick off his decade, or just his, no, I mean, obviously he's been rapping for freaking ever, but this was his first full-length album, and I think it was just a great way to kickstart what is to come. And I'm really excited to hear what he's got in the future, because overall I think he's one of the best rappers out right now. He might end up being one of the biggest artists this coming decade. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this album. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you even listen to it? I recommend it for sure if you're big into hip hop. And then leave a like on this video, please share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. At the end of the video and in the description, you will see the links to our Twitter and Instagram. Go follow us on there for more updates. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.